For OneWrestling.com, the voice of choice here. And ladies and gentlemen, finally, I know you've been waiting. The Voice of Choice Awards are here. And guess what? I've asked for your opinions over the last couple of weeks. And I'm going to let you know what they were. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they count for anything. Because remember, the only opinion that matters is mine. Right here, the voice of choice. Now, 3 categories: most overrated, most underrated, and best angle. So, let's get started with the 2010 Voice of Choice Awards. And I apologize. I know you don't like to look up my nostrils. But guess what? We're going to do it anyway. That's how we roll here. So, most overrated, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We agree. That means you guys are smart. John Cena, the most overrated wrestler in 2010. Let me tell you why. John Cena, for some reason, is very popular with women and children. John Cena sells shirts. John Cena sells merchandise. John Cena sells foam fingers. But wrestling fans don't like John Cena because he nauseates us. If anybody read the latest pay-per-view report from the Tables, Ladders, and Chairs event that happened recently, you know that I wrote the review. I wrote the play-by-play, so to speak, as it happened. Now, I told you during that John Cena match, he nauseates me. It nauseates me that he goes over all the time, and it's just so stupid. I want wrestling again. John Cena, not wrestling. Even Hulk Hogan was cooler than that. John Cena, the most overrated wrestler of 2010, doesn't inspire emotion. I guess he inspires the wrong emotion. You know, Vince McMahon wants people to like John Cena, and I really don't. And I don't think you do either. So we agree, John Cena, most overrated wrestler of 2010, as stated right here on OneWrestling.com by the voice of choice and you, the fans. Now, underrated. Underrated, this was a challenge. You know, you guys had much different opinion than me because your underrated guy was very overrated by me. I do not like Daniel Bryan. And for that matter, this whole Ring of Honor thing, this whole boring mat wrestling, technique wrestling thing, I'm not really feeling it. Okay? Daniel Bryan, no mic skills. He's no Miz. Okay? Michael Cole's right about that. Daniel Bryan, not the most underrated performer. Daniel Bryan, very overrated. But you, the viewers, you chose Daniel Bryan. Shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. You're no voice of choice. Now, here's the real underrated guy, and some of you agree with me. Santino. Santino, the most underrated wrestler of 2010. And let me add, in the most recent WWE pay-per-view, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, Santino got the biggest pop of the entire evening. They were chanting his name. Santino, an unbelievable performer. He inspires emotion. He inspires people to laugh and really have fun when he's in the ring. And he doesn't seem like he's scripted while he's doing it. Seems like it's coming right off the cuff. True wrestler and somebody that's kind of in the mold. I said it before, honky tonk man. I'm thinking that kind of person. Disco Inferno, you know, he wasn't the greatest, but Disco Inferno was at least more entertaining than a lot of what you see today, in my opinion. Now, let's see. I'm looking at my little teleprompter here, and there's somebody that said that I was overrated, and I'm looking for that. Oh, that's K0KAN3 says that the voice of choice is overrated, and Dr. Tom Pritchard's underrated. Let me say this. Dr. Tom Pritchard, excellent guy, excellent performer in his day, maybe a little over the hill now, but Dr. Tom Pritchard, never interrupt the voice of choice. Never! That's not something that you do to me. Because you know why? If I'm talking, it means I'm spouting an opinion, and we all know my opinion is the only one that matters. Okay, enough said. There you go. And let's get to the best angle of 2010. You, the viewers, chose Nexus. I wanted to puke. Nexus was it was a great idea when it first started. Get the young guys involved, take that NXT and kind of vault them into the next level, so to speak. And it worked. It kind of had that NWO feel to it. they were kind of leaving a trail of dust behind them. And then it got really stupid because John Cena got involved and it really just became a comedy. And that's not what the NWO was. The NWO was powerhouse, destroying, taking over. And that's what wrestling fans, I think, really wanted from that angle. And it left a lot to be desired. And really, the last pay-per-view, tables, ladders, and chairs, there was really no payoff. We all wanted John Cena's big heel turn, join the Nexus, to even kick out Wade Barrett and become the new leader. Never happened. And to me, that angle was a dismal failure. Did get Wade Barrett over with the fans as a heel, but not much more than that. And then they destroyed his credibility, at the last pay-per-view. So enough said about that. I disagree with you viewers. Nexus cannot be the top angle. But what I do think is, it's something very similar. Immortal. Immortal was, and the whole Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan connection in TNA, when Hulk Hogan came to TNA, you knew they had to do something more than they did in the very beginning, and they kind of started building towards 10-10-10. And, if Hulk Hogan didn't kind of roll down the aisle in a wheelchair the day that they finally had the payoff, it would have been more effective. But Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, putting over Jeff Hardy as the heel, bringing up young guys like Beer Money, I think that really works. I think that really will lead TNA into 2011. And I like it. I think that's a good angle. That is the best angle of 2010, not the Nexus. So, and I think a lot of you guys did agree with me that the Nexus was good when it started, but really didn't finish well, and we can't have that. We can't have that on the Voice of Choice Awards because we have to stay with the best. So, ladies and gentlemen, for OneWrestling.com, that's it. The Voice of Choice Awards are over for this week, but next week, I want your top WWE wrestler, your top TNA wrestler, and the worst angle of 2010. Top WWE, top TNA, worst angle of 2010. Send it to the box right up there. Leave your comments. I'll take them into consideration and then give you my own. And by the way, I don't know if you saw this huge announcement, but OneWrestling.com moving to the airwaves. There will be a OneWrestling.com radio show beginning Wednesday, December the 29th, 2010. It's going to be live on the air in Philadelphia on 1360 WNJC AM, beginning at 5 o'clock every Wednesday until 6:30. Also heard worldwide for all of you kind folks at WNJCAM.com or OneWrestlingRadio.com. That's right, OneWrestlingRadio.com. Or you can always see me at the Voice of Choice Online.com. For OneWrestling.com, it's me. I got to go. I'm out of here. Remember to send your stuff for next week. See you later.